What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're gonna love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
You're right, I do.
During our live.
I do have a history of butchering words.
Well, yeah, duh.
All right.
We're recording.
We are recording. Wow. All right. Look at that. We're right into it.
Oh my god.
This is how we do
I
it.
couldn't give her a warning. I was like, I'm just going.
This is how we do it here. We just get right into it.
Right in.
Cold
Without a
open.
warning. Like 3, 2, 1, no.
Fray's very first episode in case he's like, we're going.
We're
Be
going.
ready.
I just saw like recording. I was like, okay.
Camera face is on.
You better be ready. We're rolling. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode number 81. 80,
Yeah,
yes,
you never know.
80, you never know. But I knew last week was 80. And
Yes.
yeah. Welcome to episode number 81 of F1 Underground. This is a very special episode. As if you're watching on video and you're also heard a little bit over audio, we have the lovely Fray with us, joining us all the way from Italy, which is fantastic. If you follow us on Threads, or if you're even just a part of the F1 Threads community over there,
You know her.
you know her. You've seen all the posts, all the stuff. She's great. Great.
Number one
She's
source for Lando news, McLaren.
number one source for Lando news, and number one tough question giver for us
Yes.
on F1 Threads Mailbag. Your questions are phenomenal, by the way. I have to say that.
You guys.
It's fantastic. So we will do our normal flow of the episode. We just have Fray along with us today for the journey. We're here for the fun. So we will do a meme of the week, which we have all three of us have memes, which is awesome. A little bit of news. We are obviously recording this a little bit earlier than normal, so it's been a quicker news cycle for us. We will then
actual news has happened.
And
Or
actual
there
news
hasn't
has
been
happened, yeah. We will then jump into a special Pints and Pit Stops where we will be quizzing Fray. And then our new favorite, yeah, you're going to be fine. Our new favorite segment, we will do F1 Threads Mailbag, which we did as an AMA for Fray and just any question
There's a bunch of questions, yeah.
anybody wanted to ask, they were open to. And then we will do, because we made it, we have survived COTA predictions, which is, I'm so excited that we're just doing predictions again at the end of the episode. It's thrilling because we've had 4 weeks now without a race. I can't wait.
Well, I feel like for us too, when we get to the end of the episodes, the past few weeks, we're like, okay, so anything else?
Why?
Like, how do we end?
It's
Yeah.
just like,
this break was just not. This was not supposed to happen. Like
No,
Did it-
it was torture. It was
did it
torture.
feel longer to you than summer break did? Because that's how it felt for us.
absolutely. It felt like this month was not passing by, but at all.
Yeah.
No,
It
it was
Just long.
way
was-
too long.
absolutely brutal. But like we said, we survived. We've made it. We are now, it is Saturday as we're recording this. So we are a week away from a glorious sprint race and then qualifying and then full race day action on Sunday. Getting right into it, we'll jump into our memes. Casey is going first, and then we will do Fray, and then we will see mine.
Yes, I don't even know what Owen's is, so I know what phrase
it's
it
a good
is,
one.
but I don't know.
It's a good one. It's a good
All right,
one.
let me change. Okay, meme of the week. Okay, shocker to no one here. It's Charles Leclerc.
Not surprised.
Oh my god.
So
Oh.
him and Charles and Fred were at this event this past week, and there was an interview, and basically asked Charles if he was jealous of how close Fred and Lewis were. It was the randomest question I think that could have been asked, but Charles' answer literally is, "Well, Fred's not my girlfriend." So, meanwhile, they're also holding hands, sitting on the chairs next to each other. But yeah, I just thought it was a great. And then Motorsport.com just posts on Instagram, "Fred is not my girlfriend." That's the full quote. Charles commenting, "That's a weird statement," without writing the question that was asked.
Yeah, that needs like enormous amounts of context.
Yeah. A lot.
Cool.
A lot. It was just so funny. It's just the fact that he likes it. I mean, Charles is online. He sees literally everything. So I could have also
online.
Always. I could have chose the TikTok he reposted of that bug on the microphone.
Yeah, what was that? What?
Who knows? I don't.
What are we doing there?
I just want to know what his For You page is. Like, what does he see on TikTok? Like, does he see the edits? Does he see like what's going on there?
We know he sees the edits because he sees those Harry Potter ones and reposts them every time he sees those. And now he has this bug thing. I'm sure he has dog-related things on his For You page. Who knows? Could be a fly on the wall on his TikTok For You page. Alrighty. Next up is Fray's.
Jumping over to Fray's. So this is So Casey posted this tweet or the thread.
Let her explain it. Let her explain it.
You're right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Fray. I'm sorry.
So Casey posted like finish the lyrics. It's Friday then, and I just know how much like Lando hates that song now. Like he literally just hates it. I went like this comment section is Lando's biggest nightmare because everybody finished the lyric. Like everyone was like 100 comments, just everyone. And I quoted that, and now like an hour like before starting recording, Red Bull replied with their own meme.
I genuinely love how active all of the race teams admins are on Threads. It's fantastic, and it leads to moments exactly like this where they're interacting with the community and everything, and it's so funny to see.
Well, it's also the fact that like it has nothing to do with them. Like it literally has nothing to do with them.
They weren't mentioned in it.
Anything.
Yeah, they just feel like another person, like there with us. Like, and Red Bull just takes it like on the next level every time.
I know when you see screenshots of like whatever they post, like I'll see like stuff they respond to you sometimes with us on like Twitter and Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, we made it. Yeah. The Threads admin. People are jealous of the Red Bull Threads admin.
Yeah,
jealous. But yeah, that one was a good one. I like that one because it was like all of us roped into one.
It's fantastic. It's such a nice little circle. Like,
one day maybe we'll have the Red Bull Threads admin on the show. Maybe we have to like blur their face and like change their voice, like their identity. You
would definitely do it like a criminal like documentary. Yeah. Oh,
like not to jinx it, knock on wood. Like when you lost your camera that one time we were talking to Mark or we were doing the live, and I had to like so you had like the little McLaren logo. That's when you just did Red Bull logo. I forgot what live it was, but I was
I think dressed. Yes, I think you were live.
It was a live.
It wasn't the Lewis one.
No, it wasn't the Lewis one because we didn't have Mark on for that one. That Lewis one was just us because that was like impromptu. Yeah. I think like an hour before you were like, "Can you go live tonight to like talk about this?" I forget what it was. It might have been our preseason. Like
no, it was a live because you disappeared. So I was like on live with everyone watching by myself.
Yeah,
for like
I
5
remember.
minutes.
It was like midnight here, 1 a.m. And it was just.
I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? But
peak, like I said, it's not F1 Underground if we don't have technical difficulties.
That's what I told her. I said
that Owen, who works in tech, can't figure out that.
He has them all the time. All right, your meme of the week.
My meme. This I feel like just needs no explanation. But it says me knowing I will probably never feel emotions like Abu Dhabi 2021 again. And it's the SpongeBob meme where he's sitting at the diner and he looks just like ultra depressed. I can't wait, especially now that I am rewatching Drive to Survive with my wife, that when we get to this moment, I am beyond thrilled. There's two moments that I'm very excited for. It is Abu Dhabi 2021, and it's the Roman Grosjean crash. And I'm emerged from the flames like moment. I cannot wait for her to see those moments. I'm hoping that it gets a reaction out of her, that I think it should get a reaction out of her.
I don't know if Abu Dhabi will get a reaction out of her, but I can see her have a reaction with his crash. Because I think that's how they opened the first episode that season. They like tease it a little bit, and then
they show it ahead of time.
Of the season.
It's true.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it.
How is she? I forgot. She wasn't going to join us, but did she have any thoughts?
So the first two episodes, so she was going to join us. But the first thoughts she has on the first two episodes is Daniel Ricciardo is cute. and she's upset that
Valid one.
he's gone now. Literally, like, he pops on the screen and they do like the drive beside the interview where it's like his name in the corner and everything, and he's like, "My name's Daniel Ricciardo, I'm a mechanic." And she looks at me and she goes, "He's still driving, right?" And I was like, That's actually the one that just got fired. She was like,
God.
"What?" And then like, especially too, because they start cutting to like Daniel like winning races and everything, and you know, showing him at like his time when he was with Red Bull and good. And it was like, she's like, "Why do they get rid of him if he's good?" And I'm like, well, then it starts getting into the whole thing of like the cars. You're driving a worse car, and yeah. So I'm excited to see a couple of the moves. Like when he leaves Red Bull, stuff like that, how she reacts to it. But
when he comes back last season, how
how it's a whole big thing, and then it's the Alex Albon clip of him like predicting what Drive to Survive will do. But yeah, Daniel Ricciardo's cute. She is trying to find a favorite driver right now.
She wants a jersey.
She wants a jersey from our friends at Furious Motorsport, and she said, "I want to find an actual driver that is my favorite." Because she was just going to get a Lewis Hamilton jersey, and I said, "That's a good pick. Like that, you can't go wrong with that pick."
No.
But she was like, "Well, let's wait. Let's watch for a little bit, see if I develop, you know, a liking towards anybody."
Is she starting to?
She's just just a little bit. Like I said, we only watched the first 2 episodes, and those like heavily cover only Daniel so far. It's literally like Daniel's the first episode, and then it's Carlos and Fernando is the second episode, because we're talking about them being the Spanish drivers. So she's trying to compare where they're at that moment in the season versus where they're at now. So like Carlos is driving for McLaren at this time, and Fernando is driving for, I forget.
No, Carlos is driving for Renault.
Carlos is Renault. That's right. Thank you.
Or it's
Carlos is at Renault. Fernando is at McLaren.
Also, isn't it season 1?
No, it is Renault.
Exactly. Yes, Carlos is at Renault, and Fernando is at McLaren.
She's like trying to like look at them and then piece them to where they are now. Where it's like, I feel like it'd almost be easier if she just like takes it as it is. Like, okay, right now Carlos drives for Renault, and then we'll eventually get to the season where it's like, hey, Renault's not a team.
She shouldn't even choose from season 1. Season 1 you can't choose because you don't even meet Lando until the end of season 1. Like, you can't take anything. Like season 1 has people that aren't even on the grid anymore.
Right.
Like
Although I did see,
it's basically like Daniel's season. Honestly.
Yeah, it's literally
just choose him.
It's all So we have to watch the 3rd episode. We have to watch all the episodes. I mean, but yeah, there's names in there that like they're not even on the grid anymore.
Hey,
you know, like we Marcus Ericsson, who's an IndyCar driver now, and I'm like, oh wow, he drives IndyCar. There's obviously Roman Grosjean is in there. He's at IndyCar now. There's like a bunch of people, like a bunch of names that I did not recognize. But I told you, Casey, there's a clip of the Carlos and Fernando episode where Carlos passes Charles. While Charles was driving for Sauber, and it's like, I'm like, oh hey, like that was Charles. And the only reason I knew it is because they like put up a graphic and you saw his last name for a second. Like they did like the swap when somebody overtakes, and I was like, oh, that was Charles. And then just like, wait, how long has he been driving for? And then it got into the question of how long has Fernando Alonso been driving for? And
Too long.
Like, he's been driving for a very long time.
Your entire life, Ange, probably.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's her thoughts right now. Main one, Daniel Ricciardo is a cute guy. That's
kind of good.
That's pretty much what it is.
Season 1 is like the Daniel Ricciardo show.
No, like we talked about
anyone else.
He was the most marketable driver, you know, or
Max was a baby. But yes, okay.
Max was really beaten like as an asshole in all the seasons.
Oh yeah. It is
so awful.
It is funny too in the first episode when they're covering Daniel and being on Red Bull. They're like, yeah, you know, Daniel's our veteran driver, and we have this new like up and coming talent in Max Verstappen. And I'm like, all right. Like,
you think
up and coming talent like might be a little bit of an understatement, like
generational talent, but okay.
And there's a clip of him like randomly spinning out, like he makes a mistake and Max spins, and then like doesn't like bin the car or anything or ruin it. just spins, gets back on the track, and I'm like, man, the days when Max made a mistake.
Yeah,
like,
right.
He was called Crash Stappen like for a while.
Mhm.
I remember that nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've been watching your whole life. Okay.
Whole lot.
Weekly news. Obviously, weekly news is brought to you by IPF1 Store.com. Coupon codes at the bottom under round 10. Only vowels leading you. For 10% off your purchase, artwork, t-shirts, the hats. If you saw last week, we got our hats. Coffee mugs. I was like, what am I forgetting? Coffee mugs and stuff.
Coffee mugs.
We have a fun.
mugs.
This will be out this week when it's probably before it goes up. We have a fun giveaway plan with them this week. So, which leads me into the next thing. We have officially coined this entire week F1Threads Week because it starts with Fray being on our episode from F1Threads. We're doing this giveaway, and then next week when Owen and I are occupied on Saturday, we might have some people posting for us on our account that post before. So
Okay.
we have it all planned out. So we said we just have to coin this week as F1Threads Week.
Yes.
Since it also works too with like just hitting the big milestone and stuff. So we're here for it. But yes.
F1Threads Week. We want to make this like an annual thing too. Like make this a big thing that comes around every once in a while. So
that's what I need. Okay. So starting off, news, Lewis Hamilton. It was announced this week that Lewis will be a co-chair for the 2025 Met Gala, alongside some other notable names like Pharrell Williams, LeBron James, Abe Rocky, Coleman Domingo, Pharrell Williams. It's all notable black men in the... Why'd you make that face?
You said Pharrell twice.
Oh, did I? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Pharrell's there twice, okay? So yes, he is now a co-chair. It'll be exciting to see. He went last year. He's been a few times before. It'll be if he could get maybe some other drivers to come along. We know Daniel's been there. I said, can he get his soon-to-be teammate to also come? I just want to see more drivers on this step.
He was rumored this year. Like he was rumored to be their Charles for Met Gala, and then he wasn't.
It was a very strong rumor.
Yes,
I don't know where it came from.
I literally stayed awake for it. Where is he?
It was such a strong rumor that he was going to be there. And everyone was like, I remember like searching his name up on Twitter, like kept pulling it down, like, where is he? Why? Like, who came up with this rumor that just took off? Meanwhile, he was probably back in Monaco. Like, why do people think I'm at the Met?
Yeah, he probably like looked around and was like, "Crap! Like, should I be there?
Am I there?
Am I missing this?" Like,
so yeah, you would think hopefully maybe he'll be there. Fingers crossed. But yeah, that's very exciting for Lewis.
Do you think if Charles goes, we get Leo in some form of massive
I wish
outfit
but I don't think
that
so.
he will struggle to wear and walk in?
I just picture Leo running up and down the steps because he just never stops.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'll love that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, he would steal the show, honestly.
Oh, he would 100% steal.
Oh, absolutely.
Charles with a hold on like this. It'd be in matching little tuxedo outfits.
You know how Met Gala outfits are. Like, could you imagine Leo and like just something like on those lines? Like,
yeah,
no,
somehow worked into whatever outfit that Charles is wearing. Like,
no, I can't. But that'd be hilarious.
He would love
Maybe
it.
he'll be back to the hotel wherever Charles is staying, but
probably Charles doesn't go anywhere without him.
No, he doesn't. But yes, moving on. News with Haas. I feel like we haven't had good news with Haas in a really long time. So, well, Ali and Esteban is good news for them.
Yeah.
But Haas announced this week that they will be entering a technical partnership with Toyota Gazoo, I'm guessing, Racing. I think it doesn't start until 2026, but very exciting for them. Toyota is back on the grid for the first time since 2009, so it'll be exciting to see them back. People were like, I didn't have Toyota being on a rear wing in F1 again on my bingo card, but we're here for it.
We're here for it. Also
just shows the new leadership stepped in at Haas and it's completely changed again, I feel like, for good. So
it is for good. Like this year, I think they were going like in the right direction. Like nobody thought they would, but they are really like going in.
They definitely have had like a sneaky, like quiet, like good year so far.
Yes.
Like they're like you said, they're taking the steps in the right direction right now, and it's good for them.
They're just they're in 7th right now with 31 points. When have they ever had that?
Yeah.
I mean, they're 3 away from V-carb, so that's
And considering like V-carb strategy, I can see them like get P6, honestly.
yeah.
I can 100% see them getting that. Yeah.
And we are also coming up. COTA is technically their Haas's home race, so I expect more from them. They always have a special livery special race suits this week for COTA. So, but yes, I have so many tabs open. Give me one second.
I always forget that Haas is an American team.
Yeah, because it's Gene Haas.
Yeah, I know, but still, like, it just sounds like German in my head.
Yeah.
So I always think that it's a German team. And then I, like, literally, too, like, watching Drive to Survive, they were like, Haas, the only American team on the grid. And I was like, oh, crap. I'm like, yeah, they are. They are an American team.
Right.
It's like, wow.
Oh, I forgot that.
They are. But yes, that is the Haas news. And then moving on, I put this on our list for Owen. F1 announced they are having a partnership or deal with Hot Wheels. So now we have F1 Legos and F1 Hot Wheels. Owen is going to lose his money.
Finally, like, what took them so long?
Right, like, it makes total sense.
Makes
like, it makes absolute sense that Hot Wheels is one of the largest toy car brands on the planet, and you're not in with like the pinnacle of motorsport. Like, come on. I am thrilled. I went to Costco again the other day and I saw the McLaren Formula E set that they have.
You should have gotten it.
I want it so bad. And they have the Ayrton Senna MP4 that's like a display, and I was like,
That's good.
It's so nice. It's I literally almost like I was ready. I was looking at my wife and I was like, I'm ready to walk out with this. I want this so badly.
Like, probably like, let's go. Really,
it wasn't
went
that
broke by
it was
2025.
It was like $60. Like,
that's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like,
but I also feel like with Hot Wheels and Legos, we're getting like reasonably priced F1 merch.
Yes.
You could say. Like,
yes.
Someone brought up a good point because in that picture that released for the F1 Hot Wheels, it's like the car with a Hot Wheels livery, and then there's like a tire rack, and someone was like, "Can you change the tires?" Because it looks
like yeah, exactly. I thought the same thing because it was there. Like, I just what is it just for display? Like, or I can change it like.
Dual gun tire gun action. Like,
Owen's gonna get a Hot Wheels track and like wet it and then put like intermediate tires on.
Could you imagine though, like if they could make tracks like part of their sets now? Like you know, I mean, if you've seen Hot Wheels tracks before, it's the bright orange roads. Like it's it's all the motorized wheels that the cars squeeze through and go faster. It's like if you can imagine like making a track out of that, but I know that's like different because it's like F1 doesn't own those tracks, so then it's like you get into licensing with stuff like that. But yeah, I'm definitely getting a McLaren little Hot Wheels guy. That is absolutely gonna happen.
Yeah, you're gonna get it in 2 seconds. You know what I think tracks we could see, because like I feel like Miami and Vegas, because I feel like they're presented by maybe not Miami, but Vegas is presented by is F1.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
but who wants a upside down pig style track?
I do.
Yeah.
I
do. Of course you do.
Don't ruin my fun.
Like maybe Monza could be like actually doable.
That would be that would be nice. That would be really nice.
I would buy that. Yeah.
Trying to think ones that like cool elevation changes, because then you could have it like built.
Zandvoort.
Hill up.
Yeah, Zandvoort.
Yeah.
Zandvoort worked perfectly because all their tracks do that. The Hot Wheels, like they like bend a little bit too.
Mm-hmm.
That's oof.
I know I'm getting one for Christmas. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Act surprise.
Yeah, act surprise. No, he'll forget. I'll buy it for him like in front of him. He has a history of doing this. We could get a gift for it in front of him, and then he'll open up and be like, "Oh my god, this is so cool!" Be like, "Yeah, you were with us when we got it."
This has happened more than I would like to admit. This is a true
multiple
story.
Time. But yeah, that was pretty much it for F1 news. Like I said, you can tell stuff's coming back because there's been a decent amount of news. So
yeah,
I'm here for it. Keep it coming.
It's slowly coming back.
Yeah, slowly. Thank God. All right. Time for Pints and Pit Stops.
It's time, Fray.
And stop.
She's like, and I gotta go.
And bye.
And recording.
She's like, wait, technical difficulties?
So Pints and Pit Stops is a lovely segment. It's so much fun. I love doing it with guests. But it is brought to you by our friends over at BoxBox. You've heard us talk about BoxBox so many times. It is the ultimate Formula One app for fans, built by fans, and it's so much fun to use. I love getting all the information about races and when did Charles come in and switch the tires? What tires did he put on, and how long was that stint? And it's a beautiful app, and we are so excited to be partnering with them. What that means for you guys and our listeners is that you can use code Underground30. The only leading vowel is the U, and that gets you 30% off the first year of their Ultra subscription. What you get with that is the removal of all ads, which is beautiful. We'd love to see that. And if you have an Apple Watch as well, that gets you custom Apple Watch faces and Apple Watch complications, as well as extra widgets that you can put onto your phone. It is beautiful. Like I said, I have Lando Norris's score and current position in the standings, and McLaren's score and current position in the standings right on the face of my phone. It's wonderful just to look at. Sometimes I spoil races for myself when I look at it because I see McLaren climbs a spot or I see Lando climbs a spot. So I will know when I watch a race or don't want to watch a race, and then I see the score jump. I'm like, all right, it was a good weekend. So that's nice to know.
I know I'm not going to be angry.
Yeah, I know I'm not.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm not going to waste 2 hours just to be angry. That is a shot at the Phillies. I'm just saying that right now.
Yeah.
So yes, BoxBox is a beautiful app. Like I said, the code is Underground30. The only vowel is the leading U at the front. And please, that is on iOS only too, but you can download the app on Android as well.
Fray has it for Android, I think.
Fray has it for Android. That's right. Yes. Wonderful app.
I'm sure you guys have the same little widgets on your screen. Lando fans, I'm outnumbered today.
Yeah. What do you got on your screen?
I have Lando's score for the championship.
Look at that. Look at that.
You gotta look at it.
You gotta know. You gotta know.
Yes.
All right. So Pints and Pit Stops. My pit stop, not my pit stop. My pint today is
coffee.
I went for a run. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
there you go. Like
it was ready.
She's ready to roll. I love it.
I gave her the heads up.
So, Fray, you've listened to us before. You know how Pints and Pit Stops work. But just to recap, I will read you the first question. After I'm done reading the first question, that is when I start the timer. There are 5 questions.
We didn't say what it's all about.
It is about Lando. It is, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, it is all about Lando.
Okay. It's actually worse, but okay.
There are 2, just a heads up, there are 2 questions that are kind of like formatted differently. There is a name 2 out of 3 question, just a heads up. And there is a true or false. So I just wanted to give you the heads up for that. Every question that you get right will knock a second off of your time. Every question that you get wrong will add a second. And then we will go over the answers at the end, talk about it, and tell you your final time.
Did you make sure all these answers were correct since you've been wrong?
These questions are correct. All right, the answers are correct. That would be bad if I went 3 for 3 on that of like doing Pints and Pit Stops and having wrong answers to the questions. All right. Are you ready?
Let's go. Yes.
She's ready.
Clock is on the screen.
I am.
What year was Lando's rookie year?
2019.
What is Lando's esports team named?
Quadrant.
Name 2 out of 3 Lando wins.
The Miami and Zandvoort.
True or false? Lando has won a sprint race.
False.
Who did Lando play with on the Netflix golf special?
Oh, I don't know.
Carlos.
All right. Your time. That was very fast, first of all. That was great.
That was really good.
Your gross time, where we sit now, is a 23 seconds and 0.48 seconds.
Yeah, she's going to lose a lot of time. I know.
You are going to lose a ton of time.
She did great. You were so nervous. I was like, you have nothing to be worried about.
No, that was so good. What year was Lando's rookie year? You said 2019. That is correct. So now you sit at a 22.48. What is Lando's esports team name? You have it on your sweatshirt. It is Quadrant.
Yes, it is.
So that is a 21.48. Name 2 out of 3 wins Lando has this year. You said Miami, and then you said Zandvoort. Threw me for a loop for a second because I said, that might be wrong, but then I realized Zandvoort is also known as the Dutch Grand Prix.
Yeah.
So you are correct.
Okay.
The third answer was Singapore. So
Yes.
True or false, Lando has won a sprint race. You were correct, and you said false. So now you're at a 1948.
Won it.
Yeah.
And then, who did Lando play with on the Netflix golf special? I should have worded this more specifically. You said Carlos, which is correct. So I'm going to give you the answer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you the answer. I should have worded it as what professional golfer did Lando play with?
I would have not gotten that.
That's on me.
No, but you're correct. I would not have known either.
You got the right answer. You were good. I should have worded the question more correctly. So you went 5 for 5 in your first ever Pints and Pit Stops.
My credibility still stands.
Yeah, you're good.
So
She's like, I'm going to lose.
Yeah, you are good. You are still a certified Lando fan, if that's what you were concerned about.
5, and tomorrow we see you on Threads. Goodbye, guys. I'm not coming back.
I'm not. I'm changing teams again. I'm changing driver again. I can't.
I got to leave. Yeah, that's
So
good. That was good.
That makes your time an 18:48. And
That's like a Sauber pit stop, and I mean that in a good way.
Yeah, that is like a Sauber. That might be faster than a Sauber pit stop, honestly.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
that was a good
one. Oh my god, I remember at the beginning of the year they had like a 50-second something pit stop. It was like,
it was.
And then they started getting the fastest pit stop. Like,
yeah,
guys, in the middle, something in the middle.
Yeah, they like randomly dropped like a really quick time. Like,
I think it was just the last race. I feel like they dropped a very quick time. They were at the
The
top of
last,
the
like, Baku something. Yeah, I remember seeing one that was like this green car. I was like, "Are you sure, guys?
Are you correct? Do you want to check
So,
it again?"
With your time of 18 seconds, you are currently the fastest.
Overall.
You were the record holder of the fastest
my
Pints and
God.
Pit Stops.
Compared to Owen and I, compared to Mark.
So that is That is very well done. Good work.
Perfect. Thank you, Lando.
That deserves a round of applause.
Thank you, Lando.
Yeah, thank you, Lando.
Thank you, Lando. I hope you see this. You just see your
That was-
roster, actually.
I'm gonna put this in my bio, like when it comes out. I'm gonna put it in my bio. It's like I have
That
to
would
put
be
it.
awesome. Please do that.
Number 1 overall, Pints and Pit Stops.
Current world record holder for Pints and Pit Stops.
5
Hopefully it
questions.
doesn't change.
There's video evidence. See the proof.
Exactly. I'm gonna link the
Post.
podcast. Yes.
All right, what am I looking for? Oh, we're doing
Fantastic. Now we're jumping over to our new favorite segment, F1 Threads Mailbag.
Yes.
Hold on, sorry. 1 second.
Gotta find the questions, Casey. Come on.
No, because they're like all over the place. So
Yeah, they are kind of all over the place.
okay,
We
so
made like 6 posts like between the two of us.
yeah, we did. And then I have I have Linus's in my on Instagram. But yes, F1 Threads is brought to you by Furious Motorsport, the place to get all your F1 and motorsport inspired football jerseys, not football jerseys, basketball jerseys, baseball jerseys, and hockey jerseys. I wouldn't be surprised if they come out with football.
Yeah, I would not be
jerseys,
shocked.
so-
I was just about to say, would not be shocked if that happens.
Yeah. So obviously every week we post out, we ask for questions. We got a mix. We got some like serious questions and we got some like haha because I knew you were coming. So
Yeah.
the first question is from Casper. It's probably the most serious one on there. Oh no, the one you got is also serious. Okay. Which old team do you have a soft spot for? Can be a team no longer on the grid, like Braun, or a team that has rebranded, like Renault, and why? That's Casper.
Oh.
That was a Fray level question we got from
That
Casper.
is a Fray level question.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that too. I was like, that's a taste of her own medicine right there.
Yeah. And honestly, I would say I think Racing Point just for the pink livery.
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
answer.
that's a good answer.
I need a pink car on the grid. Like we need
Yeah.
some. I'm gonna say
Well,
Racing Point.
Alpine's like teasing us right now because they like updated their logo.
Yeah,
their logo's
yes,
now
I
mostly
saw-
pink. I'm like, why?
Yeah, I was
buy it.
checking
I
like
don't buy it for a second.
Yeah, not me neither. I got
No.
burned out like too many times. Trust issues here.
Yeah, I was like,
Like
trust
really
Yeah.
bad. Really, that place is not good for trust issues.
No. I'm gonna say it's probably the easier answer to come because Casper put it in the question, but I want to say Braun just because the documentary was so good and they were such like an underdog to come out and then finish winning, and everyone loves Jensen Button, so I'm gonna say Braun.
I'm gonna take same route as Fray and go with Lotus though.
Oh,
Strictly because their black and gold livery I think is awesome. I think it looks so cool when I see it in like documentaries and everything, and I see it in pictures. I think it's beautiful. I don't know the specific name of the car, like what I'm thinking of in my head, but whenever I see a picture of it or I see it in a video or something, it's perfect. Love it.
Love it. Alrighty. These are some. We'll do the serious questions first, and then we'll go to the funny ones. We have 2 from Alexandria on Threads. Favorite track, and she said no Italian tracks are allowed, and why?
Wow.
That was directed towards you.
That is just straight up, just no home bias. That's it.
Thank you. I was gonna say Imola and Monza, but okay, fine.
Put some thought into it.
I think still Singapore. Like it's just the night feel, the track. Last year, I think really like solidified my love for that track. Like the whole race was insane. Those last like 10 laps were insane. And yeah, Singapore, just the whole weekend, just all like even like the content we get from the drivers and everything is just like deliveries and everything is just perfect. So yeah. I think Singapore.
That's a good answer. Singapore
is a very good answer.
I'm gonna say I love Brazil, Interlagos. It's just a fun track. And there's always fun races. There's been some memorable ones there. I mean, you have last year, you had Checo and Alonso last minute, that like tiebreaker across the finish line. So yeah, I'll say Interlagos. Owen?
I think mine is known. I have to go with Miami. I love driving the track on my game. Yeah, I love driving the track on my game, but I also love it just because of the history now that we have with it and everything for the show and for ourselves personally. But I do love the design of the track. I think it's really fun to drive. So yeah, definitely Miami.
I think news came out for that a few weeks ago. They're like making a more permanent track. So they're gonna have like I think different support races throughout.
Yeah,
obviously it's hard. They can have races pretty much year round, but
they made a bunch of whole different like configurations and everything for it too, 4 different categories of racing, which is cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But I think Formula E is not racing there. It's racing at like the old Miami track when it goes back this year coming up.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, second question from Alexandria. If you can make your perfect team, drivers, principal, engine, livery, team colors.
Oh my God.
This is a good one.
Oh God. Oh God.
I have to think.
Team.
Should have sent this one beforehand. We could have thought about it.
Yeah, you should have said this one. This one would have been good to think about for a little bit. Because now our audio listeners are just going to get 5 minutes of silence.
No, I'm going to go as drivers. I'm going to get Lando and Kimi. Because next year they're going to be like, yes. But team, I have to go with McLaren, honestly. Like, yeah.
Very good.
McLaren team. Team principal, I am taking James Bowles.
Yes.
All right.
Love Andrea, but I don't know. There's something about James.
No, I totally understand that decision. Yeah.
And what was the other one? Like
engine
color
and then like
engine.
team colors.
Oh, engine.
Engine.
I think I'm gonna go with Ferrari engine.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Colors, black and gold.
I love it.
There you go. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Team. I'm gonna stick with Ferrari because the drivers. I'm gonna do Charles and Oscar. Need some father-son dynamic on that.
Yes.
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 Principal, I'm actually gonna pick Andreas Stella. I do like him. Engine though, I'm doing the Honda power unit from the RB19.
Oh yeah.
Smart.
I forgot about that.
livery or colors. Well, I picked Fray, so I think I have to have red, and then I'll do red and blue, just maybe a little more blue than what they had in Miami. I'll do that.
Going a little Spider-Man colors. I love that.
Okay, yes.
I like using Spider-Man. I was like, yeah, I'm
Spider-Man
patriotic.
Yeah, I love it. No, that's red, blue, and white, Casey.
How you know? Jeez. Okay.
Oh.
I can tell you who Owen's driver's gonna be.
Well, I don't know.
Oh.
I gotta go with McLaren. I'll stick that for my team. I'll definitely go Lando on it. But see, this is the issue. I don't know my second driver. See, I love the pick of Kimi. It's such a good, such a good
I wasn't
pick.
even.
Yeah.
I'll go. You know what? I'll go F1 Underground team. I'll go Lando and Charles.
Oh,
that's what I'll do.
That could be an awful team pair.
Yeah.
I feel like
That really, yeah. That either
Probably
can
wouldn't go well.
really good or really bad.
really bad.
I have a feeling it would be really bad, but let's stick with it anyway. Team principal.
Yeah.
I gotta go Toto Wolff. I would love to see.
Oof.
Yeah. I think he's very smart, but I love the intensity that he has behind the sport and everything, and it shows, and I love that. What was next? Engine and then colors?
Yeah.
Engine. Let's go with a wild card here. Let's go with the Ford. Ford engine.
Oh, we don't even know. Okay.
We don't even know how it's gonna perform, but let's do it.
Just fine.
I like it.
And then team colors, I would have to go orange and black. Because the McLaren Stealth livery is one of my favorite liveries that they've had.
Yes, mine too.
Yeah, and it just looks so good. Being it primarily black with the orange accents and everything, perfect. Love it.
Yes.
You can tell that I like primarily black liveries.
Yes, me too.
Orange and black. Well, also our favorite hockey team is also orange and black.
Fair.
So it makes sense. We've been begging for them to do a collab forever, so
I hope that happens, man.
This question was left under one of Fray's posts. We did get clarification. So it's from, her name is Jenny. So it says, in the wake of the Australia GP instant sellout, because there was all that mess with it. It's like a Taylor Swift level catastrophe. I wonder if you guys have to discuss the concept of, quote, real fans versus anyone who's watched for less than 20 odd years. So we got clarification because Fray sent it to me and we were a little confused. So Fray asked basically how people, because I said it could be taken a very awful way. Basically how anyone that has been watching like over 20 years just like says the newer people are not real fans. If that makes any sense.
Yes.
Yeah, like she said,
like
when she responded first, she said, right, such BS. I don't know what their problem is. The gatekeeping and hostility is so unnecessary. So basically, I feel like 20, like, people have been watching for forever versus, not to say it, but Drive to Survive fans.
Yeah.
Like that. That's what.
Yeah, and the fact, I think the thing is, I feel like every new fan gets, like, this Drive to Survive fan type of thing that I don't even think it's that bad if someone came like from Drive to Survive. Like if you got into the sport in any way, it's good. Like you're a fan, and why is that bad? Like, and also I have this thing that newer fans, it seems like they have to know everything. Like if you don't know like one thing, then you're out. You're not a fan. You're just there because of whatever reason, and it's not even fair. Like everybody is allowed to just follow just the race or every session or just like whatever they want. It's the sport. Like it has a lot of fans. Not everyone is going to be like there for 40 years and 20 years and know like every race and every outcome and every like championship. Like they're just there to enjoy what they're watching. So it's fair to just let them do it and just talk about what they want and not just categorize them as like, you know, like, oh, you're new, you don't know anything. Because even like I think it's like 2 years that I watch like really like regularly, and still like sometimes I feel like I can't say certain things, and then you get the people that tell you like, oh no, but you weren't like when there was like this thing, like you can't speak about. Even I had it a lot with like Lando and Oscar's like fight and whatever,
Yeah.
And I had people telling me, oh yeah, because in the past you had like, like Senna and Prost, and you had Lewis, and like, okay, but I am living this now. Like this
Yep.
are like what I think about this right now. Like, okay, like there is the past, but I don't really care about that. I care about like what I'm saying about it now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is
perfect. You described it perfectly. It's not like, and then you have, but like I feel like Owen and I are like you. We started watching 2-3 years ago, or maybe a little bit more, but taking it more seriously the past few years.
Yeah, exactly, same.
Yeah, but then I feel like with us, because we enjoy it so much, we like it so much, we want to learn everything we can. So like when those people are like, name whoever's won the past 20 years, and you're like, okay, well I don't know that, but I'm willing to like watch old races and see races that were like historically amazing. Like it's just I hate that with any sport, and saying when you're like a newer fan, be like, okay, well name everyone on the team. Be like, no, shut up. But getting grouped as Drive to Survive fan is so bad. And you would think the people that have been fans for so long, because it was popular, yes, but especially like here, how much it's grown, you would think to be like, yes, there's more fans, it's getting more recognition, like all this stuff. But I guess I can also see it with like the people that are used to the tickets being maybe cheaper or easier to get. Now it is hard because it's like a must-see item. But yeah, the discourse for real fans versus the Drive to Survive fans is annoying.
I definitely, the way I look at it is like, I don't care when you started watching.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much information you know. If I can have a conversation with you about it, you're good in my book. Whether that conversation ranges from, I think that the cars are cool and they go really fast, to, this Honda engine that produces X amount of horsepower, blah, 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 and this much power out of this, and this strategy and that strategy, cool. Like all of that, like you're good in my book. Like that's it. Yeah, you do have the issue of a sport getting more popular. Now it's a little bit harder to go, or it might be a little bit more expensive, but the sport's growing. It's what's gonna happen. And it's just, I think if you decide to get bitter about it and then treat people poorly if they're a little bit of a newer fan because you've been watching your entire life and you feel entitled for whatever reason, nope, don't do that.
Like, I mean, I also I ask a lot of questions. Like if there's something like I don't know about it or something, either I search it myself or I ask about it. Like I want to know. Like I go back. I watch like old races. I watch like the whole like 2021 seasons, like in, I don't know, like 3 days, all the races, like one after the other, because I wanted to know. I wanted to feel like all that. And having conversations about people and them explaining, like I had people explain to me like the whole like Senna and Prost like thing with like Lando and Oscar and all that. Like if we can have a conversation, like it's completely fine. But it's the people that just come in and tell you like, oh yeah, like you can't say this because you've been following like for 2 years. Like okay, fine, but like why?
Yeah. You didn't go through the hard times with F1 fans, God forbid. I feel like that's what their mindset is.
Sorry.
Yes. We love all the new fans because we are, like we said, we consider ourselves new fans of F1, new fans of motorsport in general. So,
and when I get questions like some new fans, like, sorry, I'm new fan, can you explain this to me? I'm like, can I explain this to you? Oh my God, yes.
I'm like, absolutely.
Yes.
Honored. Yeah. No, it's because when you're like, okay, I know something. Like, spread my knowledge to other people. Yes. No, I feel you. Okay. This question is from Linus. It is specifically for Owen and Fray. That's what it says. Okay. My question for Owen and Fray is, how are you feeling about the fact that Max is going to dominate next weekend?
Come on.
Oh my God. Why?
Boo.
No.
Can I skip that question? Is that a thing in F1Threads Mailbag, or are we like trying to be nice to everybody and taking everybody's question? Like,
I think Linus would accept both of your like reactions as a good answer. So
all right.
Yeah. That's it. That's that.
I knew Linus was just messing with you. So yes, I don't know.
But for real, like this break actually scares me a little bit because like during summer they can't work. During these 4 weeks, they were working. Like they were like Red Bull and Mercedes are bringing upgrades. McLaren, I don't know. There's rumors about it. Like, please tell me. But yeah, I don't think it's gonna be easy.
No. I think COTA is going to be, and we'll get in predictions soon, but I think COTA is going to be, I feel like, a chaotic first weekend back. Too.
Yes, and kind of like we will know how the next like 6 races will go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we have a triple header right off the bat, so
yes,
literally.
And
back
three
to
of like
back,
and 3 of the most like chaotic tracks. You have Texas,
Yes.
Brazil, Mexico. Okay, sure.
Yeah, just
Love
easy.
Yeah, should be good.
No easing this back in, just boom, back right into it.
Yeah. Oh, you were complaining about the break here.
Yeah.
Enjoy
right?
now.
I'll be like, wait, it'll be after
Yeah.
COTA. It'll be like everyone's like fighting on threads, like it has been the past few races. Be like, okay, now I need another break.
Just
Stop.
Thanks.
Pause.
Yeah, maybe not a full month, but I just need a break. Okay, some of the funny ones. So this one is from F1_Frenzy on Threads. They asked, do you break spaghetti in half?
Are you?
That's the actual question.
Read it. Oh my god. Well, no.
Correct answer.
I'm sorry. I don't want the police like right here, right now.
Yeah, right.
The answer is no.
You're like, all of a sudden you hear sirens turn around.
Yeah.
Owen and I can confidently say, I mean, we look Irish, but we have an Italian last name, so.
We are Italian, yes.
Okay.
It's true. Like, yeah. I just realized that your last name is Italian. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just are red hair, fair skin. So.
Covered in freckles.
Owen just married a very Italian-looking girl from an Italian family, so.
Yeah.
Keeps the genes going. This one's from Hells. Why are you so unwilling to try pineapple on pizza?
Let her fly to her.
Come get you.
It's illegal. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I will never. I won't even look at it. No, thank you.
Can you even like ask that question? Like
in Italy?
Like, yeah. Can you like even joke about that?
It depends on the restaurant, but typically no. Especially here, but like if you ask for it, like no, just no.
I mean, Yuki did in. Where was that? Was it Monza?
Yuki's not Italian in Italy asking for it.
But one thing is, like, where I live, Modena is very, very traditional. Like, very, very traditional. So if you go, like, to the wrong restaurant and ask for it, like, they literally go, okay, you can go outside.
Goodbye.
Bye.
They can be like we do not serve you. We can choose our right to not serve you. All right, I think that was all the questions. I was just looking. I do have a question for you before we get into our predictions. I know you just kind of said you got into it 2 years ago, but how did you, living in Italy, like, obviously, you're not like Ferrari in your backyard. How did you become a...
No. Yeah, I knew about it. Like, I knew what Formula One was, like, since I was, like, a baby. Like, when Michael was at Ferrari, like, we would hear about, like, Ferrari and winning and everything, like, every Sunday at the news. Like, they would start with, like, oh, yeah, Michael won this race and this and that. So I knew about the sport, but we didn't actually watch it. My father would watch, like, MotoGP, but not Formula One. Yes. And I would actually tell him to change, but...
And now you watch MotoGP.
But yeah, and then like it kind of like when like Michael wasn't there anymore and like Lewis started like winning and like it kind of like disappeared a little bit from here, and it came back rushing with Charles when he won and Monza. Typically, like I watched that race. I didn't understand anything. I just knew we were happy because he won. You know, like Ferrari won in Italy. I was like, yeah,
woo!
Bells are ringing.
But yeah, since then I kind of followed it, like kind of from the background. I would just check in, like how were they doing and all that stuff. 2022, I saw that Ferrari had a chance with Charles of winning like the championship and in the beginning, and I was following it a lot more by then, but just like watching the highlights. Just, you know, I watched Imola because that like was broadcasted, like not on Sky or anything, and I watched Monza. And after that year, after they didn't win, I was like, okay, no, 2023, I need to watch. I need to, you know, like get into it. I want it. So I spent like the whole like winter break going through interviews and video and YouTube videos. And I discovered like McLaren and the unbox videos and Lando, and so I started like 2023 like, okay, I know every name, I know every team, I know every driver, I know everything.
Did a deep dive on it.
Yeah, exactly. And all the rest I got from watching like the like practice sessions. They all talk a lot like before and everything. So yeah, and then like just the obsession started to grow, and the switch from Ferrari to McLaren also happened. Yeah, I blame all that on Lando, but yes.
It's a good choice.
It's understandable.
Yes.
Very good choice.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I mean, after 2022, I totally understand. So
Yeah.
we're all a little scarred from that season.
Yes.
That's cool. I was very interested. I know you've said it before, like here or there on threads and stuff, but I was interested to hear like from you how you
Yes.
fully, especially like living, like you said, in Ferrari's backyard. So, did it go crazy again when he just, obviously it was all over the newspapers, but when he just won in Monza again, Charles, I'm assuming it was probably...
Yes, that was when like it really became very popular also like with the younger generation, because he's like young, like he was 20 something when he won it, I think, yes.
Yeah,
so
really
it really became like very popular also like with the younger generations. So yeah, that's when like really like a lot of like more and more fans like started to get into it, and yeah,
just blew up. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. And what did you just go to? You just went to the factory or the museum?
I just went to the museum. I didn't go to the factory yet. Yes,
that's cool. Yeah, hope factory be a dream.
Yet
haven't gone to the factory yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Keyword. Alrighty, that was the end of our F1 Threads segment. That was a good one. Some fun ones, some good ones. Moving on to our last segment of the show, COTA predictions. But before we get into it, I'll go into Owen's favorite app, our favorite app, Box. So we are back, like we said. Race is finally here, thank the freaking Lord.
Yeah. We made
it. But not only is it a race weekend, it's a sprint and race weekend. So we got full chaos. But yeah, so obviously there's only one practice session, which I don't think it wasn't you, Fray. It was someone else. Someone was like, "I'm kind of nervous because this sprint's our first time like after this break," and I was like, "Yes, but this break is different than the summer break because the factories are still open. So like the drivers were still be able to be in the sim. They were still be able to be factory like working. It's not like they just took a 4 weeks off and did nothing. Yeah, and most of them just did tire tests for Pirelli, so they've been in cars. So I don't think it'll be that nerve-wracking, but obviously with all these upgrades, it'll be... I think we might... I feel like I missed the safety car, and I kind of want to see her. No. In a safe... Not...
In a safe manner.
In a safe manner, yeah. But yeah, it is also... I want to look at the weather, because it is also COTA, so it can be... In Texas this time of year, it can be a scorcher.
It's going to be warm.
Yeah, that'd be
It's definitely going to be warm.
But good for us.
What'd you say?
Good for us, for McLaren, if it's warm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. Definitely want it to be warm for them.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like, well, this is in Fahrenheit, so it's like in the 80s all weekend. Sunday there is right now a 30% chance of rain. So, it could be cloudy with a chance of rain. Just throw that in the mix.
Guys are coming back from a 4-week break. It's a sprint weekend. Rain.
Maybe we will see our
amazing
friend with the safety car.
Yeah. We're gonna get another win or something.
Yeah.
George Lewis is gonna win. Like Mercedes in the rain is gonna take off.
Maybe I should try my theory again. I can wear my Red Bull sweatshirt. I have this.
There you go.
Every time I wear the Red Bull sweatshirt, George wins.
There you go.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
It's like, no, absolutely not.
I remember Austria. I remember it very well.
Oh yeah, not Austria. But yeah, and no one can't wear any merch because if he does, you just can't. I keep saying to this day, you can't cross-populate with Red Bull and McLaren. That's the reason why he crashed in Miami during.
But I don't want to test that theory. Right now, the not wearing merch on race day works, but it's fine. I can wear it during like Saturday and Sunday or Friday, Saturday. Like I can wear it during qualifying. I've worn my sweatshirt. I've worn my shirt during qualifying, and it's been good. But it's just not race day.
Yeah, but not.
I love it.
Sprint race day. Okay. And now, I realized the sprint race is in the morning, so you could watch the sprint race. It's qualifying that's going to be happening during the wedding.
That's what I was telling you. Yeah, I can watch this. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm
let's
gonna
just
miss
do.
both probably.
No.
Yeah,
He'll be
I'm
with
at a
us.
birthday party, so probably I'm just gonna go in the bathroom for an hour.
Where's Fray?
People are walking around. Yeah, where's Fray? Where did Fray go? It's
I don't know. Did she leave? They hear you in the bathroom, like no,
No.
yelling.
Yeah.
Okay. Prediction wise, let's just do our normal 1, 2, 3 for the race, and then I guess we could say a sprint winner, or no? Do we want to give 1, 2, 3 for a sprint?
we could do just a sprint winner.
Okay.
I like that.
Just then we're not naming 6 names, even though it will be the same mix of 6 names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sprint
Do I want to go
winner.
Delulu? Do I want to go reasonable?
I kind of,
I mean,
what?
I don't think your Delulu would be that Delulu, honestly.
No, and I'm
No,
2 for
it's
2
not.
this year on Delulu.
Yeah, but you're 2 for 2 on Delulu picks when they have like meaning.
Yeah,
like
I know.
it's Monaco and Monza was when you picked it. Like,
So I should say a Haas driver's going to win because it's meaning.
well, let's not go that far.
Okay. All right. Who wants to go? I can get my sprint race winner.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead, yeah.
I'm going to go. Ready? I'm going to go with Oscar as my sprint race winner because he's the one sprint before. For some reason, I feel like because he's working on it, but you don't have to worry about the tire management too much because it's a sprint race. So I feel like
True.
that's why he maybe does a little bit better. Well, I mean, this was last year also. He did a little bit better in sprint races than normal races. So yeah, but I'm going to stick with Oscar as my sprint race
Last year,
winner.
I was reading about it. Max had his time deleted for the race. Like in qualifying for the race, had his time deleted for track limits. So
Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
I think.
yeah.
Yes.
COTA
He
was
started
chaotic.
P5. It was like Lando and Charles at the front
Yeah.
Yes.
for the race.
Yes, because then it was the disqualification after the race.
Yes. And it was the Lewis. Yeah.
We were at another
Lewis.
wedding that same weekend last year. We had no service. I finally got service, and I'm looking on my phone. I run over to Owen, show him, and then went right to the bar. I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was like, give me the largest glass of wine you have. But I forgot the track limits last year in COTA.
Yeah, so for the win for the spin, I'm gonna go Charles, honestly.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Leclerc. Yes.
I'm here for it. I need that battle to get up a little bit higher for.
Yeah.
Because what's it,
I
Charles
don't
and
know.
Oscar?
He does well on that track, so I think he's
He
gonna
loves that track.
COTA is where we had that beautiful sunset lap of his, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because there's like massive American flag in the background on one shot.
Yeah, or the Texas
Yeah.
flag. They
Yeah.
change it, but yeah. That's
Huge.
the sunset lap and then into the edit of Max's storm lap from
Max's
Brazil.
storm, yeah.
That is the best F1 edit. Like
That's the
I
best.
love that. It's
that's
so
the
good.
best.
There's a Hall of Fame for F1 edits that has to be in there.
Who
Come
am
on,
I
Owen.
going to pick? Who am I going to pick?
Sprint.
Who am I going to pick?
Franco Colapinto.
Yes.
That'd be wild.
You would hear Cather screaming from the UK.
Oh my god.
Honestly, like in COTA, like if he won like there with Williams, like in like Logan's seat, it would be
Oh my god, in
Perfection.
Logan's, I didn't even think of that.
so
I
that'd be
was-
so disrespectful. Like
At least it's not Miami where Logan grew up 20 minutes down the road.
yeah.
True. All right. I'm gonna go Lewis Hamilton for my sprint winner. That's
okay.
where I'm gonna go.
Okay.
I don't know why. She's just the name popped into my head.
Let's
That's
go with the vibes. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go with the vibes.
All right. Now, race. We can do 1, 2, 3. I just we always point out the beginning of the season, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4 because we were like, Max is going to win. So we might as well give fourth. And then after Max hasn't won in how long? Which is still crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
What national anthem do we want to hear?
Do you guys have yours? I'm still thinking. So
I don't. Okay, I can go.
I think we're third right now. I don't know who would come P3. Yeah, go for it.
Okay. I'm going to do. Who's going to win? I'm going to say it. Lando P1.
nice.
Lando P1. Charles P2. I think he's gonna. Okay, no, here we go. Charles Lewis P2 P3 could interchange. I think it's gonna be the payback from last year from that disqualification.
Okay.
I like it. I like
So,
it.
yeah, that was kind of easy way out. But yeah, so Lando. I'll go Lando Charles Lewis.
Okay.
Okay, I was going Lando Charles too, but now I'm gonna change it. I'm going Lando win. Yes. P2.
What a time we've come from putting
What a-
Max all the way P1 all the time
Yeah,
to Lando P1.
I don't
Right.
want Max on the podium. I'm gonna go Lando, George, and Oscar.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
Yes. Yes.
I'm also gonna go Lando P1. I am also gonna go Oscar P2, just because of Linus's question about Max dominating, and I
Thank
want to
you.
prove him
Thank you.
wrong.
Fear blind is wrong.
And then I'll go P3. I'm gonna go Carlos Sainz,
Oh,
and again, just to throw it back to Linus, I'm gonna go P10 Max Verstappen.
oh.
That's what I'm gonna do. There
So
you go. There you go.
I love this.
When you guess
I
for
love this.
P10 first DNF, you're putting Max as P10.
I will put Max Verstappen.
Owen will remember to
Perfect.
guess this time.
Yes. Yes.
Haven't done it the past like 5 weeks.
But
We'll
this
remember
time
this
we're gonna
time.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
We're gonna remind you.
Yeah, we're reminding you now. Okay, Lando was a resounding P1. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, we just jinxed the hell out of him. But
Yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, 100%.
If I want to go even further,
Fantastic.
qualifying, well, he broke the curse, but it was only one time, so I can't say he fully broke the curse yet. From starting from P1, finishing P1. So I'm gonna, if I would say someone, I don't think Lando gets pole though.
No, I think it's gonna be Charles. Honestly.
Yeah, I could see.
I could see it being Charles.
Charles
too.
Pole
That's-
and like Lando P2.
yeah.
Yeah, especially
see
if track limits come in, I feel like we might see a late shuffle of who's on the
Yeah.
leaderboard.
Like a late, track limit violation, and
Like I'm
Yes.
just sitting there waiting so I can post the graphic because they're taking
Yeah.
so long because it'll be FIA in Texas time, so it'll be even longer waiting for them to make up a decision.
Yeah.
I'll be at the reception trying to change up.
yeah, like
Yeah.
One too many margaritas trying to make up. It'll be all wrong. But yeah, okay, COTA.
COTA.
Oh,
We did
finally,
it.
honestly, finally. Oh my
Finally.
god, I can't believe we survived this
We made it.
3-4 weeks something.
It's gonna be so nice on Friday, just like having that, just to watch again. Like
Yes.
it's gonna be so good.
Yes.
Yeah,
can't
it's gonna
wait.
be. It's gonna be. I think I'm gonna be in the car, but it's gonna be so nice. Thank God. Someone was like, "How are you gonna survive winter break?" I said, "I'm fine with winter break because I know."
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
yeah, it's different. It's different.
weird because it's like this random month-long break. It's not like summer break. It's not the off season. It's just, hey, we came back, we did a couple races, and then we're not seeing you again.
Yeah.
It's,
And
Yeah.
last year didn't even feel like that because they had the random 3 weeks after the very beginning because Imola had all the flooding. So
Yes.
that break didn't even feel
no,
long. This break
No.
just felt.
I think
I don't know. It's just October. Like you don't think about it. Like, there's supposed to be races. There's supposed to be something now. Like you feel it that it's missing.
Mhm.
it's definitely got to be too the fact that everything is so close that
Yes.
it's like we're down to the wire now with the last 6 races, and you said like we get back and it's a triple header right off the bat. So it's like the amount of point swinging and spot changing that can happen is huge riding on this triple header. So it's like we're like, all right, we just want to see
Yeah.
it. Yeah, like that's
And then it's gonna be another 2 weeks after the triple header. And
Yeah.
then,
and then another, and then the final triple
Yeah.
header. So you get
Yeah.
it's
3.
like who made this? Like, please, no, who?
it's
How?
literally sprint,
Yeah.
rest for 2 weeks, sprint to the end. That's what it
Mhm.
is. Like,
And we have to throw Vegas in there. The awful timing of Vegas, but
so bad.
The fact
How's
that
it
went
feel?
from Vegas to, like Qatar,
Qatar, yeah.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
And then Abu Dhabi. I had a question before we finished up. Wait, what was my question?
You got it. You can think of it.
Oh, how does it? Because obviously you're like prime time for all the European races. Texas
Mhm.
and these next 3 are like good times for us finally. So is it weird watching the races at night?
No, I love it. I wish
Ooh.
like the European races were at night. I feel like when like the F1 weekend literally takes off all 3 days, because if it's morning and afternoon, like the whole night just goes by. Like after the race, I spend like the whole time like seeing the interviews and all that stuff. So it's basically like the whole day gone. And I love just watching during the night, like when it's midnight, and I just stay awake. Like I'm on your guys like
Yeah.
time.
I'm going to bed and you're going to bed sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
So no, I love it. I love watching like F1 during
Nice.
night. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Very good.
It's like at the beginning that I have a bit of trouble with Japan and China and
Yeah.
Australia. That was crazy.
Because that's super early. Because like I think
Yeah.
what time is Vegas for you? It's 1 a.m. for us. And that's
Oh
awesome.
no, Vegas is gonna be tricky. Vegas is at 2 a.m. and I think 7 race 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
7 a.m. race.
Oh.
Yeah, that will be tricky. Yes.
See, that's where I thrive. Our races are normally 7, 8, 9 a.m. And then I have the whole day to do whatever by the time it finishes.
No. By 7
no,
a.m. I am sleeping like for 2 hours probably. So yeah, no,
Yeah,
7 a.m. is nope.
Your sleep
Thank
schedule
you.
it doesn't work.
Yeah. Doesn't
Hours of
exist
sleep,
really.
No. Do you have anything else you'd like to add, Owen? Fray?
I'm just
No.
happy. I'm just happy that you guys invited me here. Honestly, like it's been amazing.
No.
We are so happy that you could join us and make this happen.
It was so fast. Like I didn't even just, like I mentioned it once and Hells mentioned it once, and then Casey DM'd me. I was like, wait, what? Like
We're
what?
doing this? This is today?
Yeah.
So, because I remember Hells was like, you should start a podcast. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
I would never. That's when I was like, Owen, should we have Fray on as a guest? And he's like, wait, yes.
We should that's yep.
I was like, we have to make it work. So, yeah, I'm happy we were able to make it work.
Yes, me too.
This was a fun episode.
Yes, it was.
Current champ, world record holder, Pints and
World
Pit
record,
Stops
yep.
right here, ladies and gents.
That's right.
I am gonna. Yeah, as soon as the episode is out, like I'm gonna put it like in my bio. I'm gonna put it everywhere. Like
just do
I
it
love
now.
it.
Just put it now. Give people a little
yes.
teaser.
Okay.
It's-
Yes. Yeah.
Just
That
put
way
it now.
people
You can
know.
put it
Yes, I will put it
What to
now.
expect.
Yes.
Yeah, so if we don't have anything else, thank you so much for joining us for episode 81 of F1 Underground. I said last week. Oh, you're anytime. We'll be back next week we're back to our regular schedule. We'll have race recap, race preview, and I am giving Owen Pints and Pit Stops on COTA, so I gotta make sure I'm awake and watching that one.
Yeah.
All of our socials, ours and Fray, has been at the bottom of the screen, so please give us a follow over on Threads. That's where you can find us all, the crazy bunch. And then we're also on Instagram and Twitter as well. Give us a like, comment, subscribe anywhere you listen to your podcast. Give the YouTube show a follow or subscribe. All of the links for the coupon codes can be found at the link below or the link in our bios on socials. But thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fray, for joining us.
Thank you.
It was absolutely lovely.
Yeah.
And we will all see you next week. We're back, people.
Back.
Right.
See you later. We're back.